navigating credit, industries, and industries, and boundaries.
Okay.
Let's dive into these unfiltered business insights.
In an unlimited capacity.
Is this is from my ignorance? Is there a difference between someone's personal credit and their like business credit?
Yeah, yeah,
Do they affect each other any kind of way? Is like one's like or totally separate?
they're different. The only way that I can think of right now that your personal credit can affect your business credit
Mm.
is that your personal credit can affect the first credit line you get
Okay.
that would then go off your business
Mm.
credit. But they are different though.
Okay.
They are different. Um, I think for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Um, our in our line of work, like personal credit
Mm.
doesn't. It has come up just to check, but like it's not. It's not the reason why something is or not going to be um, executed on
Okay.
for us at least.
Does this play a role when you decide to do business with someone? Like, does there like how to put this? Like, you're about to close a deal with someone, and then something bad happens. Like something comes out in the news, like this person is a horrible person, right? Does that change your mind, or like is it like
If it was very dire, then
okay,
yeah.
okay,
Because there's stuff that happens
mhm,
still to this day. Um, we're big boys. I mean, it's so long as it's not too
okay,
off the
yeah,
rails. Um, then we'll look past it. It's not personal.
yeah.
I don't take a lot of things personally.
Is there an industry that you have not done a deal with yet that you wanted to deal with in this like any type of industry that you haven't dealt with yet?
Yeah. It's medicine.
Medicine, okay,
Yeah. Yeah. And definitely interested in it. Not the startup, so
okay,
not the startup. Um, they're like they're like I don't want to say lottery, but they're they're like the music business. They're in the business of making hits. So you're either gonna do really
mhm,
well or you're gonna flop. And it's really that black and white. It's it's either all or
yeah,
nothing in that industry. And we're seeing more money flood into the space.
okay,
It's one of the biggest industries.
yeah.
Um, it's top five.
Is there a state like you find it's easier to do business versus and some states are harder to do business in based on either economic climate, politics, or
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll start with one that we don't. That's California.
okay.
It's they have like a law for everything. Everything is regulated.
Like personally, I don't see how anyone hires someone from California. It's just so prohibitive. I did it
Yeah,
one time. It's like, man, it's yeah, I'll never do it again.
yeah. There's I agree. There's that, and from, I mean, from what I've seen, it's harder to hire people there because they have a different like ethos.
Yeah, they do.
A lot like out here too, actually. Um, they just don't. I don't want to like to say they don't want to work, like or to say they don't work hard, but we haven't seen that pattern
Mhm.
out of California.
Yeah,
It's just not really, and not and to be honest, to be frank, I'm not willing to do the work to find out.
yeah.
It's
I'm the
just
same way. I did it one time. I'll never do it again.
yeah, I'm cool with accepting that sample size and just making a decision not to put more resources there. On the flip side, though, most of our company, the people in our company are in Texas
Yeah.
and Florida, and it just worked out that way naturally.
Mhm.
And we have some up north in New York, but majority, and by majority, I say 60% is Texas and Florida.
Is there a deal that would be too big for you? Like, suppose came to us, hey, we want you to do this $500 billion deal. Is that
Yeah,
deal out there that's too big for you?
that'd be too big. That'd be too
So
big.
what's your limit?
About 1 billion.
Being okay.
Yeah. Uh, even then, it's still difficult, but it can be done.
Okay.
500 billion. Nah, you would need
Okay.
a bigger company for that. Yeah, yeah. Because I don't think people realize how big
Yeah.
500 billion is.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
half
lot.
of a trillion. I mean, that's crazy. It's yeah.
Um. So so you think about moving to Austin, Texas, right?
Yeah,
Why that specific city versus Dallas, San Antonio, Houston?
yeah. Well, we gotta be around the energy of the football team.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so there's that. it's a Texas thing. I understand the area. Um, there's okay, so there's it really comes down a lot of parts to a coin flip because for everything I say, you can make the same case for Dallas. I'm not well, Houston's off the table.
Yeah.
Just not going.
Okay.
Yeah, just Houston's is not happening. Texas specifically, it comes down to being within closer proximity to one to the track team
Mhm.
at UT and being closer to kind of where things are happening, specifically to track outside of UT, but professionally, because we're going to start investing into the sport in a big way. And, because of Texas relays and a few other meets in the area for track, all things in Texas pass through Austin. So it just makes more sense to be closer to that.
Okay.
And then we have relationships too that um, for that we're gonna leverage to bring into the sport. And I'm really excited about it. I'm happy to be back in the warm weather year round.
Yeah. So I think maybe a year ago, Jay Z got some bad publicity because supposedly, like one of his relatives, like a cousin, hey Jay Z, can you loan me $100,000 for business? And Jay Z's like, no, I'm not giving you shit, right? Have you
Mhm.
had to deal with that in your own like family where people like, hey Byron, are you doing great? Give me like loan me $20,000 for a business.
Yeah.
Had to deal with that kind of stuff. And how do you deal with that?
Um, I say no.
Okay.
I I don't. It's not a thing for me. It's not like a big. I just say no.
Okay.
And if this didn't happen, but if it comes back like, oh come on, man, you got it, or you think you're better, or I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Those things don't affect me.
Okay.
I just don't care.
Okay.
I just don't care. And I don't know the Jay Z story, but I think I can understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you get on, everyone suddenly know you or a family member,
Yeah.
and I mean that's a real thing. People come out of the woodwork, and yeah, I've experienced it already. Not
Yeah. I
not
can
just
imagine.
not specifically like just with
Yeah.
with family, but
Mhm.
just with people in general.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was lucky to have the experience and learn how to deal with that.
Mhm.
Um, People just switch up overnight, you know, pretending that y'all have a relationship that you really don't,
Yeah.
or to manipulate a past relationship to make it seem like,
Remember back in the day we like drunk cokes in the corner or some,
yeah.
like we did this and that, and
What's interesting about that is say that as if that's you drinking coke together in the corner led to
yeah.
XYZ
Yeah.
happening. Like
There's
these
a
two
direct
things,
correlation.
yeah, like they actually have anything to do with one
Yeah.
another. And it's interesting, people when they see you as a high utility person, how they act around you. Because if they know you got it, then suddenly they think they deserve, and they'll come up with any reason to justify that. Uh, and then if you don't do it, saying that you changed, not realizing that they're the ones that changed around you. You're actually more or less the same person.
Yeah. They're the ones who change. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the ones who change. I believe that big time.